welcome to my channel and welcome to our June TBR. We are in the beginning of the halfway point of the year. Like, this is absolutely crazy. I feel like this year has gone by really, really fast, but we are here with another TBR, and if you've been here already, you know what the goal is. Getting down my TBR, and I've been doing really good at that. The fact that it's June and I have really read like the majority of books on my TBR. Like, I'm looking at the stack now, and I think there are only like a handful of books that have been there for a really long time. So this month I wanted to focus on specifically books that have been on my TBR since like last year. So no new books, kind of, sort of, because there's always that one that creeps in. But like the majority, pretty much 99% of the books on my TBR are books that have been on that list since 2024 and maybe even 2023. There might be a 2022 in this deck, honestly. So I'm gonna go through all the books that I have on my TBR for the month. I'm gonna do that one last because, okay. So the first book we have is Sign Here. This is by Claudia Lux. I put this on my TBR a couple times. This book I was recommended this by a friend, and I think I think they're like working for like Satan or something like that. I don't know, I think that's what it is. But it's supposed to be, it's a horror, but then it's also like, it's this darkly comic. It's also supposed to be like a funny book. So I don't know how horrific it will be, but this one I was told was really, really good. So I'm really into reading that. This one, called Bye Baby, is by Carola Lovering. And this book is about a woman. I believe what happens is, like, she goes to sleep and then her friend gets up the next day and is panicking because her child is missing. And then we find out that she actually took the child. And that's like in the book, so it's not like a spoiler. That's like in the inside jacket from what I remember. So she actually took the baby that they're looking for. So that's what this one is about. The next one I can't really remember. I know it's like a small town, I think, mystery or thriller. It's Carol Ann Collins' The Seafarer's Secret, and it's about like a small town. It's actually in Eden, North Carolina. It's a small town. They find a body of this woman. I think his wife has recently died, and he's basically trying to solve like what happened to this woman on this island. So this book. I don't always care about how a book feels, but y'all ever get like a book that's real stiff? This is one of them stiff books. So, but yeah, I'm interested in reading this one. The chapters are very short in it, and those small town island city horrors are typically, or thrillers are typically good. Hopefully, gives you Lifetime vibes, but still cool. The next one is The Last House on Needless Street by Catriona Ward. This one is basically, this has a quote by Stephen King, but Stephen King be lying sometimes. A true nerve shredder. It's about these different people that live on this street called Needless Street. So I think it's about three or four different people that live on the street and a cat. So this is that one. This one's super floppy. I actually kind of love that. But yeah, it's said to be named one of the 50 best horror books of all time by Esquire. It's a top 10 pick on the Library Reads, a Library Journal editor's pick, an Indie Next pick. This person has also read two other books that one of them looks super scary. I don't know if I want to read that one. But this one, Little Eve, might not be too bad, unless it's like an Omen type thing, then I won't read it. But anyway, I'm excited to read this one. Sometimes these blurbs be lying, but we're gonna see if it actually lives up to the hype. Now, this one I've had for a while, Midnight is the Darkest Hour by Ashley Winstead. I actually have the book, The Last Housewife. I read it. I actually really liked the book, even though the ending kind of pissed me off. And that one was kind of hard to read because it triggers all over there. So if you are a person that has like sexual triggers, violent, don't read it. But it was a really good book. I just didn't like the way it ended because I needed the character to have a little more self-control at the end. But I like the book. So I'm excited to read this one. I think I was kind of nervous because I don't want it to be as dark as the other one. That thing was dark. But her book read really easy. The chapters are really short. So I want to really get into this one this month. The next one is called End of Story by A.J. Finn. This one is about an author who, like, his child went missing, I think, or something like that. I think they're an author that never really does interviews. They do this interview, and then all this stuff about this past and the missing child or a missing woman or somebody is missing. He starts, like, telling all of this stuff now that they're, like, about to die, or maybe he's already died and the person is trying to figure out what happened. But that's what that one's about. The next one is This Cursed House by Del Sandine. Some things are best left buried. So, if I remember correctly, this woman comes down to the South to work for like a wealthy family. And, you know, it's the South, but it's a black family that she's working for. And I believe the issue is like there are some things about the house that they're like happen there or something that they're like uncovering. I can't 100% remember, but that's what I think this one is about. And I actually was in Books A Million yesterday, and they had this like on the table. They had like a table of like horror, like thrill reads, and this one was there. So I was like, okay, I need to pick it up. They're pushing this, so let me read it. Society of Lies by Lauren Ling Brown. This one is about a girl who is graduating college, and her sister went to that same college, graduated, and the sister returns for the weekend of graduation activities and finds out that the sister has joined the secret society that she has actually told her not to involve herself in because, you know, bad things happen. And we are going to see what happens with the sister being a part of that society. So that's what this is about. She's just trying to, you know, she's telling, I think it's going to be because based off of how it's written in the inside, you see like it's okay from one person's point of view and then it's in like the past or, you know, another person. But something happened to someone. The sister tried to get the younger sister or told the younger sister always stay away, blah, blah, blah. The sister didn't listen, and that's what we at right now. Now this one, Dennis Lahan, Shutter Island. I think there's like a movie or a TV show about this, but my friend from work recommended this, and on the back, if you like books that will make great movies, then this one is for you. Fasten your seatbelts for a bumpy breakneck ride, utterly absorbing. Shutter Island is an express train with no local stops. I actually don't know what this is about. I just got it because he was like, oh, it's a really good book and you'll like it and you should read it. So I did. I bought it. I ain't read it yet. And this is not on our list because this is a new book. So those are all the books that have been on my TBR. Getting through it. This one is new. Is it upside? It is upside down. I just bought this year, and this is not a horror. This is not a mystery. This is not a thriller. My friend, I love her dearly, but she's like, I really think you should try to read something that's not in your like wheelhouse. Branch out. And I'm like, if I gotta branch out, she gonna have to branch out because I'm about to give her a horror or a thriller or a mystery and scare the crap out of her, because if I gotta do it, she gotta do it too. But this is called Love Song for Ricky Wilde. It's by T. Williams. She wrote 7 Days in June, which a lot of people like. So I think this has like a magical realism. It pings back and forth to like the Harlem Renaissance or something like that. So yeah, I'm actually going to do a reading vlog on this. So y'all wish me luck. I don't know if I'm reading it because I'm actually interested or I'm just trying to get it on my TBR. I don't know which one. But this one I did buy this year, but this is the one exception. That's that 1% I was talking about. So that I will be reading. But let me show you what my TBR looks like and why I am so proud. For those of you who are new, I had over 60 books. I'm going to go move these somewhere else real quick. I had over 60 books on my TBR when the year started, and now, of course, those books are technically on my TBR. I have not read them yet. I understand that, but they're in the queue to be read. So we're going to count those as not being in the waiting room. Those are in the processing room. So I want to just show you what's left on my TBR. And the majority of these are books that I bought this year. It's kind of hard for me to tell because some of them getting kind of confused in brain. But the majority of these are books I bought this year. Or maybe it's like a little half and half. But my point is, most of the books that have been on my TBR are off. So let's take a look at what we have left. Right here, all of these books are brand new. And then we have like a mix. Y'all, this is it. This is the TBR. This is all we have. Now, of course, I have not read those other books yet, but that's okay. That is okay. Because like I said, they are in processing. These are in the queue. So right now we have Tell Me What You Did, Death on the Island, I Don't Forgive You, The Missing Half, The Buffalo Hunter, and The Sirens. I'm actually probably going to wait to read these until Jimmy Giuliani's book comes out. He wrote Dead 11, which is like my favorite. Like, I have not read a book that has topped that yet, outside of maybe Stephen Graham Jones, the what's it called? The Indian Lake trilogy comes close, but that's like my favorite read. So his new book comes out, so I might do a vlog of reading these 3. This was not on my list of like books that I just really wanted to read this year, but he dropped a new one and I love Stephen Graham Jones. So these ones, another new one I got, Mr. Dickens and his Carol. This I probably will not read until December. It's actually not even a thriller. This is me. I guess I'll step out of my comfort zone if it's a Disney book or like a Christmas centered book. Even though I still do prefer it be a Christmas centered mystery, but I got that one this year. No Second Chances is another one that I picked up this year. The Stolen Book of Evelyn Aubrey. This Is Why We Lied. So this is where it's getting a little foggy. I can't remember if I bought this year or in December of last year. But I'm going to count this as a this year read. Because if it wasn't this year, it was like in December. So it's fairly new. Then we have J.A. Jan's Blessing of the Lost Girls, The House Party, and Listen to Your Sister. Those are all new reads. So the ones that I've had on my TBR that still need to be read are The Winner, Black River Orchid, Dirty Laundry, The Hitchcock Hotel, The Last Devil to Die, The Girl's a Killer, We Hear Voices, Bethlehem Road Murder, and Something Wicked. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Only 9 books left on my TBR from before 2025. So I'm impressed. Now, of course, my TBR is not going to be down to 0 because I have my new reads, but I definitely just wanted to get it down from that over 60 number. And I've already done that because there's only 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22 books here. Only 22. Now, granted, I've been saying I have only 20 left, but mind you, those numbers were based off of before I bought these and then a few others that I bought in January, because these are not in my Goodreads and a few others. But there's only 22, and like, 10 or 11 of those are old. So I'm proud of this number that I have left, especially when we had 60. So all for this video. Let me know what you're reading this month. If you've read any of these, let me know your thoughts. No spoilers though, but let me know your thoughts. And for those of you who are new here, my name is Sho'Shanna. For those of you who keep coming back, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys so much. It's insane. It's insane. I do, because I'm like, these people actually be listening to me. So thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one.